It's day 12 of World Carnivore Month, and I've seen a couple of posts about this, so I figured it was time to do this video. I saw one that said, I've been doing this since the 1st of January, and I'm starting to feel some kidney pain. I'm going to have to throw in the towel. Let's talk about that just a little bit today. Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. What you're watching is you're watching me walk. I know that doesn't seem super exciting, but 2.5 years ago I couldn't do this. I could barely stand for a couple of minutes without severe pain. Now I'm out here walking every day. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. It means a lot to me that you spend just a few moments of your day with me. I would like to ask everyone to help me out just a little bit. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Drop down in the comments and say, "Hi, Bob." And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. All these things are absolutely free and help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life. I'm 61 years old, and I'm doing things now that I couldn't do when I was 40. I am picking up the pace as I go up this long hill that I start to walk off with. Always remember, this is your daily reminder, if you're going to add a new exercise to your routine, do it slowly so you don't accidentally hurt yourself. And even if you got away from something over the holidays, like with me, it was dance, be careful when you go back and start redoing stuff, because my knees really hurt because I went at it so hard at dance class after not having been there for almost a month because of the holidays. So, if you're used to going outside and sprinting 4 or 5 sprints up and down your sidewalk or wherever, but you've been away from it for the holidays, give it, a little time. Do slightly less the first time, just to make sure your body's ready for it. Okay. We're almost to the top up here. But I guess, we've talked about this before, but it's day 12, so we probably need to cover it again. Carnivore is not causing your kidney pain. Carnivore is not causing any of the aches or pains or problems you might be experiencing. Okay. Now we're up to the top of the hill. I can slow back down to a more normal pace. It's a beautiful day out here today. It's 29 degrees. The sun's not out like it was in yesterday's video, but it's a little bit warmer. So being a little bit warmer is always good. But yeah, what happens so often to people on the carnivore diet, or keto or low carb, whatever version you're doing, you start and you start to feel a little better, but then you get like kidney pain. Like perhaps you're having a kidney stone. I've had a lot of kidney stones in my life, and they're not fun. And I had a kidney stone about a month and a half, 2 months into this thing. The carnivore diet didn't cause my kidney stone. The kidney stone had probably been there for a long time, but because our bodies heal when we start a carnivore diet, what's actually happening is our body starts to get rid of whatever toxins it's had stored up. And one of those things, like with kidney stones or gallstones or whatever the problem you might be encountering is, the kidney stone is actually starting to get smaller as your body works to get rid of it. The thing that's causing the pain is that your body has healed enough that it can try and expel that kidney stone. And so people get the kidney stone and they think, oh, I've got to abort, I got to stop doing this carnivore diet because the carnivore diet gave me a kidney stone. Well, no, it didn't. It made your kidney stone that you already had better so that your body could try and get rid of it. I know this happens a lot with people that go into some kind of oxalate dumping. You know, they break out, they get a little rash. There are tons of symptoms out there that people have described that have ended up being oxalate dumping. The carnivore diet didn't cause that. Well, in a way, it did, because the carnivore diet is so good for you that as you start to heal and your body starts to dump toxins, whether it be, kidney stones, gallstones, oxalates, lectin poisoning, whatever it is, it feels like the carnivore diet is causing it because that's the most recent thing you've changed. Especially for people that have never actually had a kidney stone that passed before, it can be a little shocking, and you think, oh gosh, this is what happened. Because obviously, I just started the carnivore diet 12 days ago. That must be what's causing my problem. It is, but not in the way you think. So just realize that you're going, or probably will have something that feels off. Now that we're in day 12 of World Carnivore Month, if you've just started your journey, this is when you've been on carnivore long enough that your body starts to heal something. And sometimes that healing something might not feel very good. And I wish there was a way around that. Now, I know if you're experiencing oxalate dumping, I would go watch some Sally Norton videos. Because in a lot of cases, I don't advocate for plants. I'm a carnivore guy. But if you're experiencing oxalate dumping and it's really causing you a lot of problems, Sally Norton has a lot of suggestions for adding just a little bit of oxalate back into your diet to slow the process of oxalate dumping. You're still taking in less than you did before, so your body will start to get rid of it, but perhaps not quite as dramatically. I would be remiss I know this is Sunday, so it's a day and a half later than what this should be. But I have to say, how about them Buckeyes? Football is such a game of inches. You know, on that third down play of the goal line stand, if Jack Sawyer doesn't get a fingertip on that ball and deflect it a little bit, that's pass interference in the end zone. And Texas gets 4 more tries from the 1 yard line. Who knows what could have happened if they ended up tying up the game with a couple of minutes left. Yeah, everybody's making a big deal about the Jack Sawyer strip sack and running the ball all the way back for a touchdown. And that is a great play. But I think him getting a fingertip on that ball on the third down play was really, really important. And the whole 4-down series. You know, everybody wants to talk about Ohio State's high-power offense, running the ball, throwing the ball, doing all sorts of things with talent all over the field. And they're missing the fact that Ohio State statistically has the number 1 defense in the country. In yards allowed, points allowed, all that stuff. And that 4-down series down towards the end of the game is not the first time people have had 1st and goal to go from inside the 5 and gotten turned away by Ohio State's defense. I know you guys didn't come here to talk football. You came here to talk carnivore. But everybody that knows me knows I'm a huge homer for Ohio State football. So I had to mention that. And it's on to the next one. On the 20th, against Notre Dame in Atlanta for the championship. Should be good. And this is not a political channel, but I had to laugh really hard last night. Because J.D. Vance, our vice president-elect, is a big Ohio State fan. And inauguration is the same day as the championship game. And he tweeted out last night, "Do you think anybody would notice if I wasn't at the inauguration? Because I'd really like to go watch Ohio State in the championship game." And people just lost their minds. I found it funny. If you want to look into that further, you're welcome to go out to X, formerly known as Twitter, and check that out for yourself. I had to laugh. Of course, he's not going to skip the inauguration for a football game. But it seems he has inherited the ability to troll the internet the way his boss does. But anyway, to get back to carnivore stuff, just remember, whatever your problem is that you're running into now, it wasn't caused by the carnivore diet. 12 days or even 6 months or a year of eating properly will not erase, in my case, 58 years of bad living. I didn't know it was bad living, but it will erase it slowly. You know, and you cannot expect to not have some problems crop up, but be very careful not to blame the diet you've been doing for 12 days, 12 weeks, 12 months, when you did other things for decades. But I think I've rambled on enough today. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around. We'll play a little music for this Sunday, and I'll have a few more thoughts when we get back up to the house. Cut the music. One last little note. You're going to see a lot of talk out there about protein destroying your kidneys. And it's just not true. Where that comes from and how they make that assumption is it's actually the sugar, excess sugar, that's damaging your kidneys. And one of the first signs of this kidney damage is that your kidneys lose their function to properly metabolize protein. So some of it leaks out in your urine. So obviously, if you do a urine test and your kidney markers are a little off, and they see protein in your urine, they're going to say, oh, well, protein is damaging your kidneys. Cut back on that. No. That is not the case at all. But there are a lot of weird things that can happen as you move forward in the carnivore diet. And that's why, I'm just a retired truck driver. If you have questions about stuff, that's why I always recommend going to go see Dr. Barry in his private group, because he knows a lot more about this than I do. As you can see, I finally found my markers and got my board updated. There's an extra hash mark underneath someone, and Franklin's name is up on the board, and Keto Carney Cajun's name is up on the board. That board is for donations to the channel. Buy me a coffee, hitting the PayPal link, any of that stuff. Don't feel like you have to. It's just out there in case people want to donate. I do try to put all of those donations back into the channel to cover the cost of editing software and that kind of stuff. But yeah, don't get freaked out if you start to have some kind of pain and you're on day 12 or 13 of the carnivore diet. If it gets really bad, of course, you want to go to the doctor and get it checked out. But it's not being caused by the carnivore diet. You've got something else going on. So if you get a severe amount of pain and have to go to the doctor, don't let your doctor tell you that it's caused by the carnivore or keto or low-carb lifestyle you've adopted, because it's not. Hopefully some of what I said today made sense. I hope everyone's having a great weekend, had a great weekend, because today is Sunday. And don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.